Welcome to the Girlfriend's Guide to Senior Living. I'm Gail Peacock.
And I'm Lori Williams.
And we are so happy you could join us. We're passionate about helping families navigate the senior living maze. Each episode, we will share with you our knowledge of senior living and help you to eliminate the uncertainties you face in the search for senior resources. Hey girlfriends, welcome back. We appreciate that you're here watching us live. Today's episode is the why of the 55 plus active adult lifestyle living. So we're going to talk, we're going to kind of drill down. We've been kind of surface talking about all these different stages of senior living. And so we're going to kind of drill down and really talk about each of the different stages in more detail, and have some people that are living the life and really talking about what it's like to live in that. Because we can talk about it all day long, but something that we really feel strongly about is making sure that you, our wonderful viewers, really understand and see with your own eyes what we're talking about. So we are highlighting, our first stop is going to be the 55 plus active adult, as I had said. That's going to be our first one. And so we did Girlfriends on the Go. We went out to a community, and I hope that you've been watching our wonderful videos because we are priceless.
And if you haven't been watching, that's okay, because we're going to add them on Facebook so you can see them again, or you can always find them on YouTube. I'll be adding them out under Girlfriend's Guide. So what we decided to do is, like Gail said, we can tell you all day long the benefits of living in senior living and describe it to you, but if you're visual like I am and most of us are, you really need to see it. So our first video, we did kind of a fun little skit. So the 55 plus that I could live in 55 plus, but Gail can't quite yet. So we thought it would be fun, a fun way to showcase and see a actual unit. So an actual 2-bedroom apartment. Mm-hmm. And so you'll have to watch it, but we had a lot of fun just showing off all the features of a community. So I think, as we had talked before, there's a lot of stereotypes to sort of overcome. When people think 55 plus, they're thinking it's maybe not what it really is. So that's what we're trying to do.
And it was amazing because we did an interview with one of the residents, Miss Glenda, who actually lives there and has a little poocheroonie as well. And
she is.
Oh yeah, there's Miss Glenda and Heidi, little poochie. And what was so amazing was that we didn't even really need to script anything. Like, she went through all the benefits, like if we would have asked. She went through everything, and it was perfect, and it flowed, and it's only like 15 minutes. Mm-hmm. And it is pretty amazing of hearing right from her what the benefits are versus us saying, and you should enjoy this lifestyle because of this. She's actually enjoying it. So we want to kind of, we're going to highlight that and hit on some of the things that she really liked as well as what we think.
Mm-hmm. So both of those videos are going to be posted again so you can see them, but we're going to talk more about it in depth. Mm-hmm. So the interesting thing is, there we are.
Oh, yes.
That's how we travel. Not really. But what was interesting is that we posted the videos, and the comments that we got, people either posting comments or people telling us, were very interesting. So we had a lot of, I had no idea a 55 plus community was so beautiful. And this was from my 16-year-old daughter, can we move in? I would love to move in and live here. And then I also got, well, yeah, that's great, but there's nothing like that in my area, which, how do you know? That's, you don't know.
Have you even tried to uncover yet or even Google it? Because a lot of people don't even know that it even exists.
Yeah, you don't know what to look for. And that's kind of the whole point of doing this, is to let you know what is available out there, educate you, because there may be a beautiful community just like this in, close by that you have no idea.
Making you aware, right?
You know all about. I actually saw, let me put my camera on. So because of your, doing your show, I've become more aware as well of what's out there. Because on my way here, there's actually one 2 minutes away drive. So I started realizing the housing offer, because just just being more aware. You're saying, like, it's incredible.
And as people say, the more like if you become aware of something, all of a sudden you start seeing, I'm like, I'm going to buy this car, and all of a sudden you see a million of the same cars. You know what I mean? It's kind of that whole mentality. So we definitely, I mean, obviously Lori is the Queen Sheba of her land, so that's what Lori does.
So I mean, if you through this show, we're educating you on everything. And what I do in my business is I help people, find those places and the ones that are going to fit their needs. So if you're 55 plus, we can find those in your area, in your budget. Or if you're any of the other types of independent, assisted living, all that type of thing. So, and then just wanted to say, I just wanted to throw this out there, but I was honored.
She'd like to boast for a moment, and we're going to allow it at this exact moment in time. So go.
You're so mean, because I'm like, I kind of don't want to, how we don't want to like say things and like.
That she's the awesome rock star of Denton County. I mean, hold on.
Thank you.
She's amazing.
Thanks for that. So I'm very honored that I am in the top 3 for Best of Denton County for Senior Services Consultant. So very excited about that. I help a lot of families, and I'm so honored to be able to do that. And I do cover all counties in Dallas-Fort Worth, but this is for the Best of for Denton County. So.
And that is Lori Williams' commercial for today. Please buy Heinz ketchup. Anyway, back to the show. It's a huge deal. Everybody needs to pat her on the back. She works very hard, not taking anything away.
Thank you.
So we're going to talk about, why is there a need for this? And again, we're in the industry, but we want to get this information out to you. We think that the industry, obviously from our last show that we just did about baby boomers, we talked about how they're changing the status quo, right? And what they're wanting and needing and asking for. I'm going to say asking for, but demanding might be more of a term. And so, they needed to come up with something that was a little bit more hip and not so from the 1950s, if you will, and up to what their needs are. So that's what the need is that, right? So all these baby boomers are turning, and that is really who they're focusing on who these actual customers would be. And so we found the lifestyle of the lock and leave lifestyle, that they want carefree living. They don't want to have to worry about something going out and having to pay money for a new roof or all that kind of stuff. So I found this book that is really, and I shared with Lori, and we've really been going back and forth about it. So let me show it to you. So if you haven't, this is called The Modern Elder, is pretty much what I've been calling it. It's all about what we talk about all the time, really. How people have a second job at the age of 50, why they're starting a new job, new careers, and helping you get through that. And so, Lori, you want to hit some of those facts?
Yeah, so Gail just told me about this book, and so I had to download it on my Kindle, and I was sharing with her. I'm not even halfway done yet, but in your Kindle you can highlight. So I have like half the book highlighted because everything he says, I'm like, yes, this is amazing. So a couple of the things that I highlighted here: more than half of baby boomers plan to work past age 65 or not retire at all. And we were just talking about this. So like, I would agree with that. As being 55, I can't picture retiring. I mean, I like, would like to go travel and do things like that. But as we talked about it, it's like, now, here's the little difference here, is that I wouldn't want to work for someone for, until I'm 65 and beyond. But working for myself is a totally different ballgame.
So we were wondering if it was a little slighted from how we feel versus how, as Lori says, somebody going to an office and dealing with the drama and all that when you're, 70 years old, you're kind of over it, the new styles and what people are wearing and all that kind of business. So, but I do think that, as we always said, the new 55 is what the 35, Lori said 25, but anyway. So, and that, the 65 now is almost, you know what I mean? It is like 55. So it's kind of that difference of being 65 and in the workplace, you don't stick out. Like I bet you back in the day, people were like, isn't it time for you to retire? All that.
But there is definitely, and we've posted several articles about this, that there is definitely ageism, that it's harder to get a job over 55. And it truly is, because my own husband had a hard time finding a job at 59, a new job. And I am seeing that more and more. And there was, I think, an article you posted on Girlfriend's Guide about that, and about changing how you change your resume up, and just some tips if you are looking for a job over a certain age. And then the other thing we've posted is about people starting their own business, especially women over age 50. So there's something brewing here, something going
there's something
on
more than just the surface of it.
Absolutely.
And the thing that's kind of interesting per this book from Chip is also, he talks about when we at our age would be interviewing, a lot of times the person that's making the decision is younger. So they're in their 30s or whatever, right? So, and that's what he talks about in the book of, you might have all these technical, obviously like our kids do, you know, all those smarts, if you will, but we, as our experience, have dealt with a different type of work capacity and how to work with other people face to face and compassion and all these different things. So
the EQ, he calls it, the emotional quotient. I think that's it, the EQ. Plus, we, because of our experience, we can see the bigger picture, and we can see it quicker because we've had those experiences. So when you marry the two together with the millennials, with all their tech, and with our experience, then you have, you know, really,
that's where the magic happens.
It is. Exactly. That's the word, the magic.
And they were talking about, you know, the word, he says about the word elder, which we really like, and bringing that back instead of just such a negative word of elderly, and you just see, as we said, frail people, but it's really more about you know, elder doesn't have to be a negative word, because with the word elder comes all
wisdom,
the different,
and absolutely,
hence the book Wisdom at Work.
Exactly. Or like he said, you have childhood, adulthood, why don't we have elderhood? Why not? I mean, it's really shouldn't be seen as a negative,
right? Which, unfortunately, I think that is changing. And we kind of talked about that on prior shows. I do think that that persona is changing, which something that really changed in my life, because I got this in the mail. AARP card.
AARP.
You're going to welcome to the 50s club. I mean, I opened it and I was like, so I take a picture and I send it to Lori, and I know you're laughing at me. I was like, sweet Maria Jesus. So that's okay. Because I'm going to get a free tote. No, it's not free. It's $16.99 for a tote bag. But anyway, for my car, because I'm old now.
But the cool thing in the book, we read this, and I loved it. So he said you need to own the word elder. So we're just going to own it now. And he also said to think about this. So maybe you get your AARP card instead of being like, oh my gosh. When I got mine the first time, actually I got mine when I was younger because my husband turned 50, and then they sent me one, and I was like, though I threw it away. I'm like, I don't want to see it. But when you get your card, instead of just thinking, oh no, I'm 50, think about this. You could, what if they put a letter in there saying you could live another 50 years? And what are you going to do at that time? What are you going to, have a new hobby, a new activity, start a new business? There's a lot of life left, a lot of things you can do.
That was not in my letter, just so y'all know.
I'm going to add that to your letter.
I do like that, because I do think that people need to, instead of thinking that I'm old, I'm just going to sit on the couch, that people are definitely changing that. So check out his book. We think it's great. Especially if you're in this position in your life right now, kind of looking for your second chapter, if you will, or third chapter, however you want to look at it.
I put it on the comment section on Facebook and YouTube.
Oh, well, thank you, Anna.
And it's a book, like he says in there, it's a book for everyone. It's not just for those of us who are elders, but it's for everyone. I mean, if you're a millennial, you're working with people our age, and maybe make you understand, not like...
And appreciate.
Exactly. Not like, oh, that dummy doesn't know how to do.
Right, which I would be the first one in line with that, to be like, I push start and it's not starting. So I think you get our point. We feel very passionate about this right now. So this is the new cool thing that we've been talking about.
Absolutely.
So we'll move on so you don't get bored.
Yeah. So the next thing we want to talk about is 55 plus. Who exactly is this lifestyle for? Who is... There we are with our martinis.
We want the lifestyle right there. Yes,
we do. We had a lot of fun there. So, it's 55 and up, no matter your age. So there's people who are 55. There are people who live in that lifestyle. They're still very active who are 85. Right. I'd say. It doesn't really matter. So there are people who are still working, people who are widowed. And actually, Glenda is still working one day a week. And what we thought was really cool about it is that there's so many things to do there. So you're in the building, you never have to leave. So they have murder mystery. While we were there, they had a cooking demo, and it smelled
delicious. Chicken piccata, I think it was.
It was chicken
and
piccata.
And they each got to eat it after they watched it, which I was like, hello.
A big portion. And it's making me, like, my stomach growl now. It smelled so good.
It was delicious.
And then they have, like, water aerobics. They have, I mean, anything you can
they're doing an event, grandkids splash day, which is awesome. So they open the pool and bring your grandkids and, you know what I mean, like embrace that, which I think is really fun.
Jewelry making.
Yes.
I mean, just and art classes. I mean, things that I would actually love to do, and just you don't have to get in your car and drive somewhere to take the class.
And you don't have to think about it. As we said, you have to do no prep work. You can just show up and you're kind of like, I'm in the mood or I'm not in the mood. But I think the thing that I love personally is that it gets you out of your shell to try new things. So would I ever sit down and say, hey, Lori, let's try to make jewelry? Never. But if somebody had everything set up for me and I was like, I'll try it, you know what I mean? So they're putting ideas into your mind that maybe you haven't thought of, but that you might they might help you find a hobby.
Exactly. Well, I was in the community one day and they had a chocolate class going on, a lady who's a chocolatier. It'd be a nice job to have. And she was explaining like where chocolate comes from, and she had like the cocoa bean, and then she had all kinds of chocolate for everyone to taste. I mean, so just really cool, fun things like that. Lots to do.
It's coming right to your door.
Exactly. What we loved about Glenda.
What is not to love?
This lady was so amazing.
Energetic. Like we said,
she is again.
We didn't need a script. We were just like, so tell us. And she's like, I mean, it was amazing how happy she is.
You're going to have to watch the video.
Yeah.
It's 15 minutes.
We don't want to give it away.
It is well worth your time to watch it.
She talked about the lifestyle. She talks about that she still drives. So everybody who freaks out that we're going to take your car away, right?
Not going to happen.
She's still having her own regular scheduled life. It's not like we're making her change anything. She can come and go as she pleases. She feels very comfortable there. That S word that we're not supposed to talk about, security, but feels very comfortable. She feels very, word for us to say.
Yeah, she feels very secure there. She said her daughter is actually like, Mom, where are you?
Yeah, hello.
And she goes to the, what did she call it? The happy hour. They had a cute little name for it. It's on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Watch the video, you'll see. Yeah. But she doesn't miss her happy hours. They have food, and they do, you know what else? The other thing I love, they do the potluck.
Right. And
That's
everybody,
cool.
So the community would do like the meat or the main course, and then all the residents have to bring a dish to share. And so either you bring a dish that, again, makes conversation, right? You're like, oh my gosh. And I'm not going to say, I don't know why in my mind I have pea salad, because I don't even like pea salad. That's what came to
Maybe
me.
Potato salad?
I see the green, and I'm like, oh, pea salad, yummy.
Deviled eggs?
No, Gail says pea salad.
There's so many options.
So everybody gets together and kibitzes about their favorite recipe. And as she kind of said, which we were laughing about, like sometimes she just goes and buys something because she doesn't have the time
She's
to make
too
anything,
busy
right?
to cook. I love it.
So this was the biggest eye-opener that both of us were like with our jaw down.
Yeah.
She said that when she moved in, they were talking about kayaking. And she's like, I've always really been interested. I would love to kayak. And so Laura and I were kind of looking at each other like, that would be the last thing on our list is that we want to kayak. But this weekend, Lori made her own version of kayaking.
I did attempt to kayak, and Gail was there. So we were floating in my pool, because that's my kind of exercise, just to float. But on my special little float, I took one of the pool noodles, and I started like rowing, like kayaking. And I'm like, this could actually work. So it actually was a little bit like exercising, but that is my version of kayaking. So pool float and a noodle. It works.
And she was asking me to go around and make waves in the pool, like when you were a child. Remember how you used to do that and make like a whirlpool? Oh, yeah. So as she's la-da-dee, here I am, around the whole... Anyway.
I needed some rapids to kind of get going.
She enjoyed herself. I was in a full sweat.
It's
all good.
There are no pictures. Nobody wants to see that.
No.
There we are. Not. That scared me for a minute when I saw that pop up. Like,
Yeah, that was us enjoying the beautiful
at the
outside. Yes,
at
Some
the
more
community.
cocktails I see. Yep, you were cheering about.
Yeah, we were
Yeah.
enjoying. I'm telling you, we're
The
like,
pool
sign
there
us up.
Beautiful pool area for them to barbecue. They do parties outside.
We wanted to stay.
You know what she said, which I thought they really are like a neighborhood. So if you feel like I don't want to leave my home because it's in a
That's a good
neighborhood,
point.
you actually become friends and your neighbors. And like she said, if I need to borrow a cup of sugar, I can just go next door. So it becomes really like it is a neighborhood.
Right.
Just a different
Type.
feel to it. It's not
Yes.
a house, it's an apartment, but it's a neighborhood.
Which all the camaraderie that you get to meet new people and hear new stories, you know how we all get sick of the same old stories, so new stories. So we were very impressed. I think that the video really depicts the lifestyle, and again, hearing it from the horse's mouth, if I may say, directly from a resident that lives there over a year and really enjoys the lifestyles better than us, saying how wonderful it is.
I mean, she talked a lot about how she's made a lot of new friends. There's walking trails for her dog, so she's actually even getting more exercise because she
3
takes
miles
her
a
little,
day, from my memory. I think that's what she
I think
said.
it was.
Yes.
Yeah, her kayaking, not my kayaking, but her type would be a lot of exercise.
Yes.
But there's a dog park there, so she takes her dog. The valet trash pickup. We were asking all these different questions were coming up, so she just opens her door and puts her trash out, and they pick it up for her.
I mean,
Every
would
convenience.
you like that? I would.
Oh, and her flowers.
Oh yeah, she has flowers on her patio. That's her only responsibility every day, is to water the flowers on her patio. And she's like, and it is a lot of work. And so we were giggling at her, but she has a beautiful patio that she could decorate. And the little Poochie goes out there and looks, through the little doodlies. So it's all good. So make sure you watch the video. And my thing is, make sure you send it to somebody. If you have a friend or someone that's kind of considering for their parents or themselves, send it to them. And so that they can kind of see what we're talking about, and that how it's not scary again, so that they can enjoy that and see the joy on her face, and then call Lori to help them find a place. Did you hear that? Okay, we're going back to the commercial.
She just had so much joy and passion, and you could tell she loved where she was in her life now. And I don't know how old she was, maybe in her 70s, but just amazing. And your life does not end at 70 or when you move into
and that's
a
what we're
community.
learning about in the books. And
you can live just a different lifestyle than you live, but maybe even a happier lifestyle.
Can you imagine?
You know what? That was one of his quotes. I was like, so that people that are actually happier, some people are actually happier at 75 and beyond.
Well, yeah, because you don't have to worry about your kids and and cooking meals. Sorry. Anyway, I could see that. Hi, my kids. Hi, guys.
We love you, kids.
We love you. So, and that kind of brings us to, so why would you want to leave your house, right? Because that's what we always hear is, I don't want to leave my house. I don't want to leave my house. So why would you want to leave your house? And right away, the first thing that came to me was, why not? Yeah. Why do you want to live in a house that's weighing you down with responsibility and money, and you're not able to live the lifestyle that you can shut the door and do because you're still having to worry about this, that, and the other thing? So kind of my answer to that is, why not? So instead of thinking why you want to be in the house, try to figure out why this is a good lifestyle for you and why you shouldn't experience. Why not?
If you're in your home, you're having to deal with all the maintenance. So I think about my own home. Okay, so I have a pool, but a pool is expensive. You have to have someone clean your pool. I guess you don't have to, but we do.
To do it right, you do.
To do it right, Yes. Your yard, you have to someone cut the grass. Then you have to worry about things going out, your AC going out, getting, a leak. I just had a neighbor having a leak coming down because our smart builder put the water things, hot water heaters in the attic. Why? I don't know. But so that's an issue. Worrying about a flood, worrying about here in Texas, hail damage.
Yeah, and gutters, cleaning gutters.
Yeah,
it's
so
a lot
none
of
of that.
work, and
None
it's
of that.
expensive. Or you're needing a new refrigerator, like yours you're looking for a refrigerator. I mean, so there's always so much with the upkeep. So why not, as Gail said, why not have the maintenance-free lifestyle? All you have to worry about is going kayaking and making jewelry.
I mean, really? Really? Do we need to even talk about that? I mean, this is perfect.
Exactly.
And they have a guest suite, so you could try it out if you want to. Just saying.
You can.
All right.
So, anyhow, we're going to continue sharing with y'all. So, we're going to dive, like we said, dive deep into each type of senior living, because we realize we're telling you, we're describing it, but that doesn't help. We really need to go dive in deep and show you what it's like. So our next show is going to be about independent living and how it's different from 55 plus. So like a senior independent living, you're going to have meals, you're going to have additional services that are available. So that's how it's going to be different. So we're going to really go deep into that. We've got a couple of
Yes, and we're going to kind of gradually go through all the different stages, so you can kind of see what that's like and focus on one piece of that.
Yeah, and like we did with this last one, we're going to go to a community and videotape. So please go back and see the links that we're going to post below. So you're going to actually see an apartment, what it looks like in living there in our funny little skit. And then you're going to hear from someone who lives there. So our next episode, you're going to see what independent looks like. And then we're going to have an interview with someone else. Not someone who lives there. I don't want to give it away, but we've got a fun little twist on it.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
We're always up
so
to something.
Tune in. It's going to come soon, and then we'll kind of take you. So maybe this next one will hit home more for you than this one does. But just share with the people that need the information, please.
Because it is. It's all about education and knowing what is out there instead of, just kind of guessing, all that is there. It's not, I'm not going to like it. It's going to be like a nursing home. That's not at all.
No. And you will see that when you watch our video.
Yeah.
So tune in. We appreciate you guys. Please keep the comments coming. They're amazing. We, if Lori gets them, she calls me. If I get them, I call her. We really are paying attention. So please keep those coming on YouTube or Facebook.
Yeah. And we want to know what y'all think. And if there's something that we haven't talked about, if you have a question or something you think would be a good show, something for us to cover, please let us know.
Yep.
And as always, we're on Facebook, we're on podcasts, we're on YouTube, we are on Alexa. You can find us anywhere. So,
yes. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Thank you for tuning in today. We hope you enjoyed this episode. As your girlfriends, we'd love to hear from you. Each episode will feature new questions. Don't keep it a secret. Share us with your friends. We're on Facebook, YouTube, podcast platforms, and even in your Alexa. See you.